What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with 2.5 weeks out physique update from Stephane on the road to his men's open bodybuilding debut, which is gonna be happening at this upcoming France Pro, the last show before the Olympia this year and the first Olympia qualifier for next year. So could this be another mind-boggling transformation from classic into the men's open, just the way we saw with Hosstile? Well, I do believe that is gonna be the case, because Ors did not eat like an open bodybuilder. Throughout the year, he was thinking about coming down to his classic weight cutoff, and they only started thinking about doing the men's open when he was in the prep mode. While Stephane, on the other hand, he had a full-blown off-season, where he went beyond 280 pounds, and he also held on to a decent body composition. So he will be bigger, rounder, and way more muscular compared to his classic physique look. And all the comparisons that we have seen so far, they are all indicating that the world of bodybuilding is well on its way to witness another men's open star in the making. But could he go as far as winning his men's open debut just like Ors? Well, honestly, there wasn't a single expert out there who predicted that Ors is gonna win that show against guys like Quinton in Italy. So until we all see Stephane all carved up, we do not know how he's gonna compare to all these big boys. But chances are, he's gonna be even more muscular and more denser than Hosstile. Talking about his plus points, no one is gonna have that kind of detail and density in the chest and the shoulders area. Crazy striated, just like Hadi Chopan. The arms are also looking so awesome this year, kind of reminiscent of Phil Heath and Kevin Levroni. So the biggest thing that Stephane is missing, they are the lats from the front. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, the man is very complete. Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am.
Yes, I am flat the whole prep, which is part of the plan to get in absolute best shape where I can possibly be. But the minute my carbs go up a little bit, the size is still holding very strongly. So
the reigning Olympia champion Samson has been able to develop a thick skin, especially after all that backlash that he received when him and Milo split up. Listening to all that noise on the social media, the people were saying that he looks downsized in that 6 weeks out guest posing. That could have affected him in a very negative way. Because we all know all these big bodybuilders, now in the past, throughout the bodybuilding history, their biggest fear is losing that size, that muscle. Well, Samson has developed a new strategy for this year as he goes into his first ever title defense, and that is not spending time on the phone or on the social media.
I don't spend a lot of time on my phone. I don't spend a lot of time going through YouTube, watching your social media, watching what's going on. If you do that in prep, man, you really should learn not to, because it's not the best thing to do when you're actually, especially when in the later stage of prep.
He has one task on his hand, and that is showing up on this year's Olympia stage, ripped and peeled out of his mind. Come in shredded to the bone, and just let the cards fall where they may. So this video of him, after a brutal leg workout, that pretty much sums up how all these training sessions have been going. And so happy to see he's so unaffected by all the noise on the social media. So when he lost this year's honor to Derek Lunsford, that was a big blow to his reputation. But as of right now, you can see a mutual consensus across the entire bodybuilding community that a peeled version of Samson that is gonna be a 2 times Olympia champion in October. So he's a big guy with a lot of muscle, and this is the first time him pushing that hard to get into a condition never seen on him before. So he will for surely sacrifice some size, but the fact is that is something that the judges wanna see on him, and that is exactly what he's gonna bring. So here we have Quinton sitting just days out of this upcoming Germany Pro, his last chance to qualify for the Olympia this year, and last chance for all these guys out there. So I wonder, what's the game plan for Quinton? Knowing that there wasn't a single point from the prejudging to the finals where the judges had him winning against Hosstile. And knowing that he's about to battle the same guy in about 2 days' time, also knowing that out of all the 3 looks that he presented on the stage this year, with Tampa, Texas and Yamamoto Cup, his last one in Italy, that was the best look to date, both size and condition wise. So just from a fan's perspective, it would be good if Quinton wins Germany Pro, so that we can have both Urs and Quinton on this year's Olympia stage. But surely that isn't how the judging is done. So Quinton's time will definitely come. The guy is just 30 years old, and the man is easily one of the most aesthetic guy in the entire pro league at the moment. The fact is, it's just hard for these taller guys to put on new muscle and to fill out their frames, unless you have genetic gifts like Samson Dauda or Andrew Jagged. Now hopefully Quinton won't try to come in sharper, because if he does, he's gonna risk losing size, especially on his legs. And there will be more chances of him looking flat, and that is not the way to beat Urs. So what do you guys think? Should Quinton try to come in blasting full? Next up, we have an update from James Hollingshead. So the condition that he's walking around with, that was giving us the idea that he might make a surprise entry into this European tour, but that wasn't the case. Now every physique update that James is posting, that is pointing towards one direction, that he has a show in sight, and the man is deliberately not talking about this, and that is to avoid all the media attention and all the social media pressure, since he did not have the best of the competition season this year. He was kind of off at this year's Arnold, Ohio, and he had to change his original plan of competing after Detroit Pro. So a show like France Pro, that can also be a good choice for James to jump in and try his luck. But that being said, the competition at this upcoming France Pro, that seems to be very tough. So there is no hiding the fact that James doesn't have the best structure. The abs on him, the midsection, that is very distracting. And that takes away so much from his front shots. So he has to enter shows where he's gonna have a realistic chance of winning and qualifying for the Olympia. So it has been quite some time since James won a pro show. Plus, neither the Arnold nor Detroit Pro, that was the best of James, especially from conditioning standpoint. So what show do you guys think James is gonna do in the near future? So the comeback of Hunter Labrada is now in full swing, and that is in motion. He's getting stronger by the week, and this off time, that is supposed to help him bring a way more competitive and a way more complete version of him sometime next year, possibly at the Arnold. So there hasn't been any announcement by him or his coach just yet, but the Arnold next year, that can be a perfect show to announce his comeback, as there is still plenty of time to put on some more muscle and density that was lost during this recovery phase. Now in reality, it was kind of surprising to see that Hunter was able to maintain a lot of that muscle while only running TRT. But he did lose some density because he wasn't training very hard either. Now people are saying that this year's Olympia lineup, that is one of the deepest lineups that we have seen in a long time. Well, just imagine, Hunter comes back next year and the man is a legitimate top 6 Olympia contender. Chris is also gonna come back. How would that Olympia lineup look like? Not to mention Rafael Brandao too. So we saw the absolute best of Hunter last year at the Olympia prejudging. Let's see how much more he can improve on that. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.